yeah, I'm still alive. So, I've been at RISD for a semester, and honestly, I've been having a pretty good time. It's interesting because unlike the other schools I applied to, which set you straight into your major, RISD, you spend the first year in the foundation year, and it's so you basically, like, you don't really focus on anything that, like, I applied as animation. I'm gonna go into illustration, but you know, I haven't done any of that kind of thing at all so far, and I don't think I'll be doing any of that next semester. So basically the only time you really focus on things that you would consider like major the only times you would be doing major things would be during winter session, which is where I am right now. And I wanted to make this video because I know right now is when people are getting their acceptance letters, and I know when I was getting my acceptance letters, and I was like scouring the internet to just being like, is this the right school for me? Do I want to go there? Because I know, like, it was a really hard decision for me. I made like a video on that because, you know, that was also an interesting process. Like for a while I was actually going to go to SVA. Like, I was pretty set on that until literally the last day of registration. I was like, no, RISD. So yeah, because I wanted to do the foundation year. Okay, I complain about it. It's a lot of work and it's a lot of late nights and death, but I would say it's worth it. I really, if I'm gonna be honest, I really wouldn't have it any other way. Because I had the opportunity to work with so many mediums that I never thought I would. Like wood, metal, cloth. Like, I did a lot of sewing, and clay. There was some clay involved, and I might put some pictures of all my final projects up in the end or somewhere through the video, but that's the rundown. The workload, it really, okay, so the way classes are structured is that you have 3 classes, 3 studio classes, which is drawing, spatial dynamics, which is like more 3D stuff, and design, and like all of these things, it really just depends on the teacher that you have, because they're the ones that make the curriculum. It's not like they have a set syllabus to follow. They, like, you know, like one class in spatial dynamics might be doing sewing and cloth, while another class might be doing wood. I know that like our section was fully trained on the wood shop, the 3D printers, and the laser cutters by the end of the semester, but some other sections haven't done all that stuff yet. They had to do the training themselves. So I would say that I lucked out because they all made sure that we knew what we had to know. Yeah, so like it really varies depending on who you have for classes, so I really couldn't give an accurate explanation as to what you did in those classes for the general student, because there really is no general experience. So yeah, foundation year. Trying to think what else to say. Oh, so for the other classes, you have 2 other classes called THAD, which is Theory and History of Art and Design, and we have also literature, which is like, you know, just like a literature class. That also depends on the teacher you have. I had one on Victorian literature, and that was really fun. I had a great time. Yes. That's all I could really think of to say about, well, the classes in general, because again, it's very different per person. It really depends on what section you end up being in, because again, the classes tend to vary a lot depending on who's teaching you, so I don't want to give out false information and be like, oh, it's like this, when you might get a completely different teacher with completely different standards. I myself am pretty nervous for next semester because you know, everything is different, and you know, I guess that's kind of a nice thing where you're, anyway, But yeah, that's all I have to say about the academic side of things. I might talk a bit more sometime in some other video about just life here, what it's like, and maybe give a rundown on all the different freshman dorms and why I chose this one in particular, Homer Hall, even though I think it's the oldest. You know, I chose it for a reason. Dang, I chose it for a reason. And you will know that reason soon. Another thing, well, being in Providence is very nice though. There's a lot of things to do here despite it being pretty quiet and pretty small. There are some Asian restaurants close by and Asian grocery stores, which are like just like a bus ride away, and the buses here are free for RISD students, so that's also a plus. Another good thing is that we're so close to Brown University, and we're also allowed to join clubs and take classes there, not as freshmen. We can't take classes as freshmen, but we can still join clubs as RISD students, and it's really fun because I'm really interested in musical theater. I've always done musical theater throughout my education, and I was able to join a production this past semester, ragtime, at the musical forum at Brown, and I made a lot of really good friends, and I had such an awesome time, and I wouldn't trade that experience for the world.
Brown Club Fair! Yeah! It's so aesthetic!
And I'm just so glad that I managed to just connect with these people, and it's nice to get away from the RISD environment because it can get pretty competitive. It can get pretty one line kind of art and non-stop art, and it's pretty intense. I'm not gonna lie. Like I do have a lot of supportive friends here. Everyone I've met here has been so kind, but it can get pretty I don't know, a bit repetitive and pretty kind of depressing, I guess. But that's no shade to anyone or to RISD though. That's just how I tend to get if I'm just in the same place. So it's good to vary it up a bit. So if you want to get a break from that, it's just uphill. And yeah, I'm glad you guys watched this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you around. Keep your eyes peeled for more stuff because I really enjoyed putting this video together. If you want to check out my portfolio, I have a video on my channel talking about analyzing the portfolio that I used to apply to all my schools, and there will be a lot of information there. If you have any questions about the school or about applications, I know it's kind of past the application season right now, but you know, in case you're still questioning and curious, feel free to drop a question down below. And yeah, check out my Instagram, which is down below, if you want to keep up with me, and my webcomic, which it updates every week. Yes. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope to see you soon. And if you're going to RISD next year, let me know so I can say hi. Don't hesitate to say hi and give me a high five because I love you. And if you're watching this and you know me, please don't die of cringe. I love you too. Bye.